Greetings day ones. This is a little village in Uttarkashi only. The team came down to deliver some more goods to some mystics here living in these areas. They will come and pick it down from this small ashram here. Well, I'm just sitting here with my feet immersed in Mother Ganges. You can see the clean water here. This is a beautiful place, very beautiful place. The whole day there was a lot of sadhu activity. Uttarkashi, there are many sadhus who are living there, the yoginis and sadhus, so that was supplied to them in the morning. And we had two more places to deliver, and one is this village, beautiful village. I can't tell you, I came alone here. They are there that side, so I thought of coming down here from the ashram. I came down here alone and sitting very alone in this very serene place, this pure water. So I just thought, let me make a very short video and show you this place also. It's really beautiful, really beautiful. I came here to quench my thirst, and I've been drinking this water. This river is still in its purest form before reaching down that side to more of population. Less colder here today. Jai Ma Gange. So there are some birds, there are some fishes. I had a kingfisher sitting here next to me. It flew off. I wanted to take its video, but it flew off. So you can see what's opposite to me. My view, and I'm opposite. This is how it is. There are actually two streams here. This is a little stream that is flowing here. It is divided. The other part of Ganga is flowing on the other part of the rocks. You can't see it from here. So this is a small stream where I thought, let me immerse my feet and sit in meditation for some time with Mother. And then I thought, let me share these beautiful views. See, look at this, the sun there. Very isolated place. Very peaceful, very beautiful. Yes, I met today Anand Maharaj, and we had a great discussion, 1.5 hours at his library in the ashram. He took me to his library and we were discussing quite a couple of things. So I think we are going to work together in some way. That's the good news that I get from here, and that hint I had because Maharaj and me came at the same time at this same destination on the same day, and we are just like neighbors, one ashram besides the other. And I met a lot of other saints who are connected with Anand Maharaj. So yesterday the view that I showed you from atop, the beautiful cottage and all that, yesterday's video, everybody liked that place. That also is connected with Anand Maharaj place. So there Krishnanand Swami is there. He is also Malayali. So we were talking in Malayalam, and Swamiji is also Malayali, Kerala. We talked in Malayalam. He introduced me to his guru. And there was one very senior acharyas of who was teaching the Brahma Vidya, all the Vedas and Upanishads and all the higher scriptures. So he showed me the beautiful library, and fantastic. Oh, Hari Moini ji, you are here. Good. Swamiji spoke about you. So we said, yeah, we have some common friends, and we are planning to do something here, and we discussed. So let's see how it works. I don't want to disclose anything right now, at least. So 2023 seems to be a good opening because I'll be starting a retreat in Pune. That is at the ashram of Rishi Prabhakarji. So I don't know, somehow Manoj ji, the key disciple of Rishi Prabhakarji, had spoken to me, and he invited me to Pune, his ashram, which is again in such kind of a location. And I was more than glad, because I always wanted to visit the ashram of Rishi Prabhakarji, but it never happened all over these years, and suddenly this is happening now, so I'm more than happy. But he just did not invite me, he invited me to the ashram to stay there for however long I can, and to teach awareness. That's a big thing for me, to teach the subject of awareness that I've been talking about, to teach meditation and the higher truths of the inward journey. So I think I'll be starting there from January, I don't know when, but it's going to be a paid program, and they have their own people. So I have my own friends whom I'll be inviting again. So if you're free, you can join. It's going to be a wonderful program, I guess, because that's the first thing. I have done events before, but it has been long back, like 12 years back. I told you my story where Nityanand Bhagwan's key disciple, Devraj Paiji of Kanjangad, he used to serve Bhagwan. His granddaughter in Belgaum had a hall, and that was my first meditation and satsang that I did there, and that was 12 years back, but that was my first and only. One more I did after that, then I stopped. Some reason I wanted to prepare myself, and now I think I did not plan anything, I did not want to plan myself anything. I was just wanting to wait, and then things happened. On its own it's happening. Like Manojji called me, and then we had an online satsang for 2 times, 3 hours each. There goes the kingfisher. And then he invited me to his ashram, because there's a good demand of there, where people are wanting to know about mystics and sadhus and all the Mahatmas and the Avaduts and their lives and all that. I'm so blessed. I was able to travel and learn so much about them with their grace. I know it is only with the grace of the Mahatmas that this is possible. It's impossible, all these things, and it's all happening on its own. So Anand Tirth Maharaj today explained to me what happens in this field of his sannyas when total surrender is there to the divine. He says, it's less assured, I can write to you 100 times and give it to you, it takes care of you. I told him my Gurudev always said this to me. He said that he will take care of everything. Once you submit yourself wholly to him, him means the Supreme Creator. So, and Maharaj was telling, it's a good balance that you are creating in this world, because this is a different world. It's a completely different world of Vairagya. They are completely renounce everything, so they are not in touch with the world, and the worldly people are not in touch here. So he said, you are a bridge. You are a chosen bridge. I don't want it to be sounding too boasting, but yes, I took that as a deep compliment and a deep blessing, if Swamiji is saying that, because he is a learned master himself. He's learning. He said it's always never ending. It's all learning always. So he says he's learning, and he took the Vidya, Brahma Vidya, from this same ashram here in Uttarkashi. And fortunately we ended up here, and he said you can bridge the gap. And what he said was, what you're talking is absolutely the same thing, though you're using a different language where people can understand it. It's the same truths that is mentioned in the higher scriptures. So I was overwhelmed and very emotional when he said that, because I told him, Maharaj, I don't know anything, Swamiji. I have never read any scriptures in depth, here and there. But always when we speak, when we do these satsangs and live, and then sometimes I refer to some scriptures somewhere, and I say, oh, I have already said this. Oh, I think I know this, something like that. So he said, yeah, it unwinds from within. So yes, I'll be learning things from here, Uttarkashi. I would love to learn from these great masters here, who are ready to take me in their shelter and transmit the same wisdom in the way we can understand. The people can understand. The common people can understand. I told him it's a less population, because if we go to the spiritual terms, the worldly spiritual terms, there is a call coming. 1 second. There was a call. I think in the ashram they have made chai. They are inviting for chai. No problem. So Swamiji said that it's needed. It's much needed in today's world. So it doesn't matter in which crude language. Ultimately, it's going to the source. Especially since all this whole thing is related to the Tattva of Ramana Maharshi ji. And I'm telling you, I've met so many sages here. I'm telling you, so many sages whom I'm personally talking and taking inputs, and they are so happily sharing things. But I'm telling you, most of them speak of Ramana Maharshi and Tirunamalai. All of them, including one Mataji was sitting in the car. We had to drop her. She's a lady sannyasin. And we were talking, myself and Shivdas Bhai were talking, and she overheard it. And she said, Ramana. I said, Mataji, aap gaye ho? She said, haan, main Tirunamalai gayi hu. Or all the other south in Tamil Nadu and all that. She was very happy to hear. So I can see the Tattva of Ramana is very common among the sages. All of them adore him. Including yesterday, as I told you, Danda Swami of the Sharda Peetam of Adi Shankaracharya lineage. He is one of the great Mahatmas here. He hardly comes down. He said once in 3 years I've come down. And he spoke to us for a long time. In yesterday's video I shared all the conversation. So he was also telling about the same. 1 second, let me just wear my shoes, because I won't be able to go up there. I don't know from where did I come. From there somewhere. Okay, I have to find my way out. So that Maharaj, that Danda Swami was there. He told about the different stages, and Yati is the highest stage in that. He is revered as a Yati, in the highest stage in the lineage of Adi Shankaracharya. And I asked him what is beyond that. Is this the last? He said no. Beyond this is the state of Avduta. So I said, Maharaj, you are saying that the scriptures and so much of the Guru Tattva and all that, because the importance of Guru. He said all that is there as a ladder, but once the Avadut state is reached, everything is discarded on its own, including the scriptures, all knowledge, everything has to be given back. And he said there was one Mahapurusha who I can tell very clearly was in that state of Avduta, who was exactly as is mentioned in the scriptures, and he is Ramana Maharshi. He said one person, one Avadut I can vouch for is Ramana Maharshi. So it is so overwhelming, because it's like a reassurance for me, because I've been almost like 1-2 years, actually going there and spending time so much. Every month I go to Tirunamalai, and I've learned so much, and it's a quantum leap space, very Jagrat Sthal, very, very Jagrat Sthal. I will be doing some group retreat to Tirunamalai soon, so that we can understand that Tattva in a very different way. It's not just sightseeing or just seeing the places and worshipping. It's more than that. It's all about silence and stillness. There's a way to get into that silence and stillness, and to experience Arunachala, the Shiva form there, the Nirguna, Nirakara Shiva. He is abiding there, because here also I was told Kailasha is the abode of Shiva, the home of Shiva, but Arunachala hill is Shiva himself. So that Tattva is very Jagrat if you can tap into it. If you know the way of tapping into it, and there is not too many rituals, not too many things to do there. Actually, what I am trying to teach is not to do, just to be. And being is very difficult, dear ones. Being is very difficult. Being is very, very difficult. Only if you are being, you can be a sadhu. You can be a mystic. You can be a monk. You can live in the Himalayas. Only if you are in the state of being. If you are a doer, it's very difficult. If you are a planner, if you are a thinker, if you are always in your mind, nothing happens. Even the Tattva of Arunachala will not work, Ramana will not work. It is all about in the being. Being means complete surrender. Surrender means not surrendering anything. There is nothing to surrender. The surrenderer also goes off. It's a different state. You just shift into that awareness. That awareness is that space of stillness. That is what I am trying to convey from my own experiences. And today Anand Tirth Maharaj also said, it's very good that you are traveling, you are a wandering person, because he told about his experience. He is a wandering monk. He has traveled all over India and all the neighboring places, borders and all that, all on his alone with his tent. So he told me of all his experiences, and he told, his guru had told that you have taken the scriptures, you have taken the wisdom of the higher, but you cannot cherish it, you cannot have conviction or confirmation of it unless you experience it in the world. So he said, go out in the world, travel, go to all those places, and then you will see what is mentioned in the scriptures as your experience. When it becomes your experience, then whatever you convey to people is with your conviction. It's not just from the mind, it is from your being. And that is what he said, you are doing that. So when you convince, when you actually are conveying these kind of higher wisdom through your being, it just gets relayed. It's a heart to heart, soul to soul kind of a communication. It's more through the process of this consciousness, this awareness. And it gets transferred through that awareness so fast and so quickly to whoever is receptive to that state, that it becomes very easy. You don't have to go through all these kind of processes or read so many things. Nothing is required. I am telling you, in my own life case, I am telling you, I never read all these things. It is all there within. My Gurudev used to always tell you, all the scriptures are there within you. Everything that you are seeking outside is there within you. You only need to have the knack of tapping within. So my Gurudev's Guru Kripa, extreme grace, I can see it's been working all my life. He's just that compassion, that compassionate touch which doesn't even need physicality. His thought, his sankalpa, his vision, his grace, his look, his compassion, his kindness, his love, it works in magical ways. And that's how I find myself in all these places, and surrounded by the sadhus and all the Mahatmas who are all the time in contemplating. They are not in the worldly activities. It's very difficult to live in the world and contemplate. So that's what Maharaj told me. Anand Maharaj said, oh, if you are doing that, it's a great thing, because it is difficult to be in the world and get absorbed. For us, it's easy because we are living in this kind of a zone. There is no much distraction, but there you have a lot of distractions. So he gave me a lot of tips on how to stay grounded. So I take it as a divine blessing, and from the Lord and the Mother, the blessing of Mother Ganges, that this kind of a satsang or this kind of a message is coming to this being at the banks itself. So this is one of my major milestone travel. I've been traveling all my life almost, but this has been one of the most beautiful ones. So I do not know, because I am in that state of being, I do not have any plans. I cannot plan. I don't have a planner. But certain things are intuitively there, and I know it might just unwind. I don't know when. Oh, I saw a kutia of somebody. 1 second, I'll show you that. Look at that. Some Mahatma's kutir. I think, oh, it can be villages also. And there I had seen one. I can't spot it now. It was from a different angle. See at what locations they live. So what we did is, we have brought it to this small ashram here in this village down, and they keep the things here. So whoever are living in the surrounding areas, the Mahatmas and all that, the yogis and all, they come and pick it at their convenience. So that's how it is. And they all know, they have a very good, powerful network. So I was able to study this network of the sadhus and sages. They have a beautiful network of connecting with each other, and I can't really reveal more on that, but they do have a different world. They are in a different world of their own, and they have their own ways to communicate with each other. So that's how even when Anand Maharaj also introduced me to his guru and all, I could see that connection. So he was also telling how we met here, where the divine will, and suddenly, spontaneously things happened. क्या भैया आ जाओ आ रहा हूँ. So I think we are moving. चाय तो नहीं पी मैंने. I thought चाय तो होती रहेगी. Let me just do this live. So I got to climb from here. Excuse me for a moment because my legs are slipping here. There. कहाँ से जाना है? यहाँ से. Okay, so I think I'll take your leave. I'm going back to the small ashram. My fortune is that two yogis in the higher terrains invited me to come and stay. So I don't know when the divine wills will be being. I want to spend some time with them. It's my love. They are my love. Aaron. So I'm now going to this ashram. Take care, all of you. Divine love and light to all of you. May we all evolve. All these efforts are for all of us. May we all evolve as a team, as a group, as togetherness. May we all evolve. Stay blessed. Much divine love and light to all of you.